If you have been posting and trying every strategy out there and still not getting any results, this video is for you. Listen, I get it. I was there too. I was burnt out, I was frustrated, and I had no idea what I was missing. But once I learned how to attract the right people to me, literally everything changed. If you were wondering who the heck I am and why you should listen to me, I help women build their brand, grow and scale their business without the burnout. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why your business isn't growing and what you can do to fix it. Let's break it down. Why posting more isn't the answer. I used to think if I kept posting, eventually more and more people would start buying. But instead, I just got more likes and more views mostly, and that doesn't pay the bills. The real issue isn't how much you're posting, it's actually who is seeing the post. And this is where most people get stuck. They think that they're not posting enough, so they just keep pushing out content, and hoping that something just magically takes off and nothing ever changes. Just because more people see your content does not mean more people are going to buy from you. If you're not attracting the right audience, you could literally get thousands of views and zero sales, because it is not about being seen by everyone. It's about being seen by the right people. Here's what starts to happen. You're feeling stuck, so you think posting more is gonna work. Maybe you even try using like trending sounds and hashtags and all of that stuff. You're hoping that it's gonna lead to more sales or prospects. But what really ends up happening is you just get more views and likes and loves that don't lead to real results. Yeah, maybe you get a few new followers, but you're not really getting real growth. And again, I've been there. It's not fun. It's exhausting, and what it'll exactly do is lead to getting burned out. The real issue isn't even what you're posting, it's who you're posting for. If your content isn't specifically speaking to your target audience that needs your offer, they're just gonna scroll on by. But when you start to shift your focus to attracting the right person instead of getting more views and likes and followers, that's actually when the magic starts to happen and you attract the right people to you. So instead of posting more, the real question is, how do you create content that's going to speak to your target audience, to the people that actually want what you have to offer? That's exactly what we're going to fix in the next section. I'm going to help you, show you how to position your profile to attract the right audience. Now, I'm not sure if this is resonating with you at all. I surely hope that it's helping you some, but I want to make sure that you know to stay till the end, because I've got a free gift that I'm going to offer you, so you don't want to miss out on that. One of the easiest things that you can start to help attracting the right audience to you is to fix or tweak your bio and your profile. So your profile is basically like your storefront. Think about it. What makes you want to go into a store when you're walking by? It's probably the signage, it's probably the display, it's probably what you see inside of the store. If it's not, or you're confused about what's really going on in there, you're probably going to walk on by. So your social media profile acts the same way. Instantly, when someone comes to your page, they're going to very quickly figure out if you're someone that resonates with them and that they want to see more of. So if your profile isn't clear, they don't know who you are, what you do, what you have to offer, most likely they're going to scroll on by just like you would walk by a store with no sign. So how you make sure that your profile is going to stop the scroll of the right people is really simple. You really just need to ask yourself a few questions. Like, who do you help? And don't just say like entrepreneurs or coaches or something like that. What problem is it that you're solving? You want to make sure it's super clear what your offer is and what problem it solves. And why should they follow you? What makes them want to stick around and see what you got going on your page? And even your bio is like prime real estate. You want to make sure that when someone comes to your page and they read your bio, that they know who you are, who you help, and what you do. Because if someone has to kind of guess about it, you're potentially losing customers and leads. You also want to make sure you have a clear, clean photo of yourself. No filters, no animal pics. You can post those somewhere else. People need to know who they're going to be doing business with, because you need to build that know, like, and trust. So here's a real quick example of a before and after of a bio tweak.
Notice the before is just vague and unclear with the entrepreneur and digital marketer helping people make money online. Again, you want to ask yourself and be specific on who your target audience is. Who is this for? How do they make money online? And why should they trust you? These are going to be the questions that are going through people's minds. So that's why you want to make sure you're super clear. Just like notice the after is super clear and magnetic, helping women online build and grow their brand, business, and their mindset without the burnout.
So now that your profile and your bio is all set up and tweaked, Now you want to create content to speak to your target audience that actually gets engagement. That is so key.
Of sharing what you do, because a hard truth is currently most people don't care much about any of that. What you want to do is focus on what's in it for them.
Have you ever had a post that got tons of likes and loves, maybe even a ton of comments, but it never led to any real results or sales or leads? If so, you are not alone, and that is because it's super simple. All engagement is not equal. Most people are focused on getting those views and getting those likes and loves, but if it's not speaking to the right audience and the right audience isn't the one engaging, then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. Your content needs to move your target audience into an action to get them going somewhere else. One of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make is they're creating content to get exposures or views instead of focusing on building the connection. You want to get real conversations going. You don't want to just get attention. And also, one of the biggest things is most people aren't making it clear enough about what your offer is and how it solves your target audience's problem. That's what they have to know. So if your content is just entertaining, or maybe it's super informative, but you're not giving them that next step to move into action, you're still not going to get any sales or leads and the results that you're wanting. One of the biggest shifts that you can actually make is to stop talking about what you sell or your offer and start talking about what your target audience's struggles are, what their problems are. So instead of saying something like, I sell skincare that helps with anti-aging, you could say something like, if you're tired of seeing wrinkles and lines in the mirror, here's how you can get youthful skin back without having to get Botox. Or another example is if you are someone, instead of saying something like, I teach social media marketing, you could say something like, are you struggling to get sales on social media? If you are, here's why your posts aren't converting and what you can do to fix it. The reason this works is because people don't buy products or services, they buy solutions to their problems. I promise you, as soon as you start to make this shift, instead of selling to solving their problems, your content will start attracting customers that are ready to buy or people that are willing to hear your offer instead of just getting more casual viewers. So now you're asking yourself, how do you create content to attract your perfect audience and get those sales, right? So I have a really simple formula that I'm going to share with you.
So we've got the hook, then the pain point, then the solution, then the call to action. So first is the hook, where you want to grab their attention with a bold statement or question. Here's some examples. So with the pain point, you really just want to relate to the struggle so they feel seen and heard. And this is so important. You cannot skip this. Here's where you intro the solution, a simple fix or a shift they need to make. And then you always end with a CTA. You got to tell them what to do next. So here's an example of the formula all put together. So you can screenshot this so you have an example, but something like this. Struggling to turn followers into buyers? I used to think that I just needed to post more, but all I got was likes and no sales. The real problem? My content wasn't speaking to the right people. Once I made this one shift, my engagement turned into real conversations and sales. Want the full strategy? Drop yes below and I'll send it right over.
And now it's time to break down how to create content to create real engagement. Engagement that leads to real conversation. So let's break that down next. Most people think they need like more followers, more views, a bigger audience to grow their business, and it's not the truth. It's not about how many people see your content. It's actually about how many people interact with your content. You can have 10,000 views on a post, but if you're not getting any real engagement or interaction, unfortunately, it really doesn't mean anything. But say you had a video or a post that got 100 views and you had 10 people interact with it, that's 10 people that are actual potential customers or leads. The algorithm actually doesn't even care about how many views that you have. It prioritizes pushing out content that gets engagement and gets that interaction. That's why you hear people say it over and over, how important engagement is, because it's true. That's what the algorithms want. They want to see people engaging on your content because that means that they're interested in what you're saying. So instead of focusing on getting more views, more interaction, focus on getting that real connection, that real engagement, because that is what's going to lead to real results and real leads and real sales. And that's what you want. Also, one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they even create great content, but they then don't tell their audience what to do next. This is where you want to do a call to action, or people will call it a CTA, to let the customer or the lead know what they need to do next to get the info. So basically you just want to keep it clear and simple. And here's some examples. Instead of saying something like, let me know your thoughts, say, drop a fire emoji down in the comments if this resonated with you. Or instead of saying, message me for details, you could say, drop the word info if you want to learn more. It's just something simple like that. Literally don't overcomplicate it. You really want to try your best just to make it feel natural. Like if your post is about a common struggle, say, if you felt like this before, comment me below. Or like if you're teaching something, you could say something like, if you want the full breakdown, drop info and I will send it over to you. The reason this works is it's just simple and clear and lets the person know what they need to do to get more info or what they need to comment below. And this is when real conversations start happening and the conversions can even go over to the DMs. So now someone has commented or DM'd you your trigger word that you had them do, and it's like, now what, right? The goal is to just kind of move them naturally into a conversation without it feeling pushy or salesy. So here's just a little like DM flow that you can do. And you can always, of course, always want to tweak it to sound like yourself. Now, this is just going to vary per what your offer is, what your niche is, but say someone comment on your post. You could say something like, hey, Sarah, I saw your comment. This is such a common struggle. Have you tried anything to fix it yet? You know, like asking them a question. If they DM'd you your keyword, like to get your free guide or your free blueprint or whatever you're offering. Hey, Sarah, so excited to send you over your free guide on content creation. Quick question. What are you struggling with in your content right now? Again, just kind of just asking the question. Anytime you ask somebody a question, it will help like prompt a response and naturally get like a conversation going, which is what you want. You could also ask something like, are you currently working on content, or what's been your biggest struggle with content creation, something like that. And this is just an idea. Obviously you would put in like whatever your subject or offer is or niche is. Now, in my opinion, one of the most important things you want to do is you want to add value before you go pitching your offer. So like based off Sarah's answer, depending on what she said, you could just say something like, that makes total sense. I actually go over that in my free blueprint. It exactly shows you step by step what to do. Would you want me to send that over? So this makes Sarah feel seen and heard, and it's just more of like a conversation and less of like a robotic, type of answer. And it just starts to slowly, smoothly start to move Sarah down to what the solution is that you have for her problem. So now that you know how to turn engagement into conversations, the next step is putting it all together with a real strategy so you can get real results. And that's exactly what I'm giving you next, is my free blueprint that walks you through step by step.
You're tired of guessing what works and want a clear, proven strategy. I'm so excited because I have something for you.
So here's a quick recap on the main takeaways from this video. Number 1, stop posting more and start attracting the right customer. Number 2, fix your profile and position your content. And always engage intentionally. Number 3, get the exact blueprint that helps you do this step by step. Literally the same blueprint that I used when I first got started. And it doesn't cost you a thing. I'm actually giving it to you for free. All you have to do is DM or drop blueprint below in the comments, and I'm going to get it right over to you. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please let me know in the comments what resonated with you the most. And don't forget to hit subscribe to come back to learn more strategies on how to grow your business without the burnout. And definitely be on the lookout for my next series, which is going to be about how you can create multiple streams of income without the burnout. And I will see you in the next video.